have you used any of your resources to inquire whether the Big Ten will, in fact, change its rules about how many games a team has to play in order to be eligible to win the conference championship with what's going on with your Buckeyes? Is that possible?
Well,
Do you think that's possible?
Well, as you know, Rich, I'm about the collective, right? Like, I'm really about what the collective good of the Big Ten Conference.
No, I know you are.
Like, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. And is it good for the conference if you're hurting the college football playoff chances of the conference?
Well, I mean, what's the point? In all honesty, Albert.
For the conference.
In all honesty, Albert, what is the point of having gone through the season if the season, the way that it has gone, let's be honest here, did give credence to those who are like, why are we playing at all? But you have actually endeavored to play. Why have a rule that is in place that clearly doesn't affect anything at all? I mean, I think the rule was probably in place that if everybody was playing, like if one team was 6-0 and another team was 2-0, then that team that's 2-0, no matter how many star recruit athletes they have, they shouldn't have a chance to, derail the 6-0 team. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why having the rule in place, but the way that things have gone, there is no reason to, what's the word for it? Kneecap, poleaxe Ohio State's chances of going somewhere because of everything that's gone on with the virus. There's no. So do you? I know Barry Alvarez actually said something about it yesterday, saying we should talk about changing the rule. Do you think that can actually happen?
Yeah, I do, and I think it's just look, I don't think we can look at rules that but like in every sport, like rules that we basically all made up on the fly, right? Like, so these aren't rules that have been in place for 30 years.
No, you made it up that you had to play 6 games in this pandemic. You had to play at least 6 games in this pandemic to be eligible.
Based on what you knew in September, and so is it that crazy to make up a rule to change a rule now based on what you know in December? No, and I do think like one of the things that's key here is the head-to-head too. I mean, like how would you look at Indiana? Like, is that a legitimate Big Ten championship? If Indiana winds up, say Ohio State, like say the college football playoff puts them in and, Ohio State wins the national championship, right? And they do it after playing in the second place game in the Big Ten. So they play against Wisconsin that championship weekend. Like, does anyone remember Indiana as the real Big Ten champion then? No. So – I mean, I think Tom Allen and those guys have done a great job at Indiana. They deserve a ton of credit.
But they didn't beat Ohio State, though. They didn't beat Ohio State.
They lost the head-to-head. In that game, if you watch that game, Indiana showed great heart. Ohio State went up 35-7 and fell asleep. You know what I mean?
No, I know, Albert.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
part of me,
you're right. Yeah. You can change the rule. I think that the NCAA or the FBS writ large should change everything. Like, it's like, why are we sitting here watching BYU schedule Coastal Carolina so both sides can beef up their resumes when we could just expand the playoffs and let everyone play and not cross vectors nationally when it's all on the line? Like, what are we doing is essentially what I'm saying.
Rich, thank you.
What are we doing?
That to me, that to me is so perfect. Like, wouldn't this be like, if you were the college football playoff, wouldn't this be the perfect year to just float the trial balloon of the 18 playoff and see how it works? Why not? Right?
Like baseball expanded their playoffs. Right. Exactly.
Right. Just, I mean, you know what? You get a free look at what it looks like too, right?
Right.
So you can go back to 4 teams next year, or maybe it works so well that you want to go to 8 teams permanently, right? They have like a free shot at potentially going to 8 teams here, or even 16 if you really want to get crazy about it. But either way, you have this free shot at it. There's a logical reason to do it. I'm with you 100%. Throw Florida in there. Throw Texas A&M in there.
I mean, what are
throw
we doing?
BYU in there. Throw Cincinnati in there. And I just think it would be so much fun to have that sort of thing. And I can't imagine any school would be against that. And if it really works, and if it's something if it's something that you were thinking about anyway, which I think that they have thought about expanding the playoffs, why not in this weird, different environment? Why not just take a shot at it? And if it works, great. If not, you go back to 4 teams, and nobody's worse for the wear.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.